Hey guys, Mrs. Moon here. We're going to talk about landforms today, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, what is a landform? Landforms are natural features of the landscape or natural physical features of the Earth's surface. So in the picture you can see all kinds of different landforms. There are glaciers, volcanoes, mountain ranges, plateaus, a basin, canyon, desert, river, delta, inlet, strait, island, archipelago, peninsula, and a valley and a lake. So we're going to talk about a couple of these in detail. But as you can see, there are many that we could cover. Okay, a plateau is a large highland area of fairly level land separated from surrounding land by steep slopes. Some plateaus lie between mountain ranges, while others are higher than surrounding land. So, unlike mountains, plateaus have a flat top, whereas mountains have usually a peak or a pointed top. Okay, let's talk about valleys now. A valley is a hollow or surface depression of the earth bounded by hills or mountains, a natural trough in the earth's surface that slopes down to a stream, lake, or the ocean, formed by water and or ice erosion. So valleys are caused by many years of water running down mountains, and then it runs down to the bottom, which then turns into a valley. So, and in these pictures you can see some of them have water, but not all of them. Okay, let's talk about lakes. A lake is a large body of water surrounded by land on all sides. Larger lakes are often called seas. We can tell the pictures are lakes because they are surrounded by land on all sides. And in North America, we have some very large lakes, but we call them the Great Lakes instead of seas. Okay, let's talk about mountains. A mountain is a very tall, high, natural place on Earth, but they're higher than hills. The tallest mountain on Earth is Mount Everest. Over long periods of time, mountains are created by tremendous forces in the earth with a steep top, usually shaped like a peak or a ridge. So mountains can be single like the top picture, or they can be in a mountain range like the bottom picture. And they are caused by tectonic plates rubbing into each other. So this can happen, and it's happened in many different places. Okay guys, let's talk about an island. An island is a piece of land that is surrounded by water. It's much smaller than a continent, which we also know is surrounded by water. And islands can be by themselves or they can be in groups. And if they're in groups, they're called an archipelago. Okay guys, let's talk about waterfalls. A waterfall happens when a river falls off a ledge or something steeply. So waterfalls can be big or small. We see the small one in the top picture and the larger one in the bottom picture. The bottom picture is actually Niagara Falls, which is in North America. Okay guys, let's talk about deserts. The desert is a harsh environment with very little rainfall and extreme temperatures. A desert is defined as a region that gets less than 10 inches of precipitation per year. So that's not a lot at all. There are both hot and cold deserts. So in the top picture we can see a desert and it is hot. It has one tree and a lot of brush or scrub, but not a lot of things can grow in the desert because there's not much rain. In the bottom picture we see a map of all the major deserts on Earth. Okay guys, let's also talk about forests. There are many kinds of forests, but the one we're going to talk about is a temperate forest. A forest is an area mostly covered with trees and other plant life. A temperate forest have well-defined seasons with a very distinct winter, and they are home to many different kinds of animals. So in the top picture we can see that it's very green because there's a lot of trees and a lot of plant life. In the bottom picture we can see a map of all the temperate forests in the world. So you can see there are some in North America. Alright guys, this is all we have time for today. So make sure you do your homework. I'll see you tomorrow.